Welcome to One More Minute. We're at the 20-minute mark, which is wild. This, if it fits on Instagram, this is going to be the last Instagram reel of this. So if you are watching these, I highly recommend checking out my YouTube channel to watch the longer ones. Maybe I'll do like a clip of something I talk about in it, but it's a lot of work, and this is meant to be very low effort because it's already a lot of effort talking and then uploading it and waiting for it to upload. So much effort. So yeah, check that out, but this will probably be the final time this is on Instagram, so that'll make way for other things to go into my feed. But yeah, I can't believe we're at 20 minutes. What is that? That's 4 months, which is crazy. We're a third of the way there, really. Right? Almost halfway. 52 weeks. Hell yeah. So yeah, okay. Next thing is I am recording this a week early because the week that this is coming out, I will be with family for the holidays. So yeah, if whatever I'm talking about is a week in the past, so I may have changed since then. Which is actually a good point, because today I'm going to be going over my top 5s of things that I rank and keep track of throughout the year, and I thought it'd be fun to talk about them now and just get overly excited about everything that I've seen and watched and read and all that stuff. Okay, and breathe. But I hope you're having a good week. I feel like I didn't really get in the holiday spirit this year. I feel like it crept up on us. I feel like I really embraced I was just getting to the autumnal vibe as December hit. So like the transition was really hard. There's a lot of horrible things happening in the world, so it's really hard to kind of like, overlook that stuff, because we shouldn't. So yeah, the vibes aren't here this year. I don't know if you're feeling that too. But yeah, I just hope you're having a good week. Let's get into my tops. And we'll start with, we'll start with my personal watching list. It'll take a second to load because I'm using a very old and slow iPad, but I love it so much because it does its best. Great. TV show rankings. Okay. This is important. So, we'll do the top 5. We'll go 4 up. Okay. Okay. This one we're gonna have to do a 6 because there's a show that I've obviously talked about a lot that I haven't finished yet, but that's gonna be my number 1 when I finish it, and I'll probably finish it before the new year, unless I don't. We'll see. So top 5 as it is right now is number 5 is Interview with the Vampire, the TV series. I still think about it. I used for like 2 months, or for a month, I was thinking about it every day. Now I think about it once a week. It's still at the top of my mind. I think I love it now more than like while I was watching it. But I think that means like the way it's stuck with me, for me, indicates that it's really good. Like that's good art if it's like sitting with you, even if what you were experiencing during the time might not have been like, this is the best thing ever. I think if it's like the feeling you take away after finishing it and it feels like that, is really cool. Big fan. Yeah, crazy that that's my number 5, but I'm just trusting my lists are purely based on vibe. Yeah, and these lists are also like things I've watched, so it's not necessarily things that have come out this year, it's just things I've watched this year. It's very subjective. Is that the word? Is that the right one? Me, from my head, my opinions. Yeah, Interview with the Vampire, just loved it. Perfection. So good. I just love just the way I was rooting for characters at the end, the way I was bawling my eyes out over this relationship that was so toxic and horrible, but then like seeing them reunited made me so emotional. It was crazy. That was really good. Next, so number 4, we have The Four Seasons, which was the comedy that came out on Netflix with Tina Fey, Steve Carell, King Coleman, huge fan, and just like a bunch of people that I can't necessarily remember right now. Really good, really funny. I think I ranked this higher just because the watching of that was really cozy and like funny, and like just I love shows and watching things about groups of friends when it's like just seeing the different dynamics between different people and how it's like all like a web mixed up. Really nice. Yeah, I just really enjoyed it. It was good. It was funny. Like, it made me laugh in a way that a show hasn't made me laugh in a while. And that's why that's my 4. Number 3 is The Studio by Seth Rogen. It's so good. That one was funny. That one was so well made. Like, you can tell, I love when you can just like, watching it, everything looks so smooth and simple, but because of how smooth and simple it looks, you can tell how much work and effort was put into the creation of it, like every thought behind it, and all of, like, I just loved it. Like, I love sitting watching something and being like, is this one whole shot? And like only realizing it like halfway through an episode and being like, oh my god, this has been one continuous shot this entire time. So cool. Yeah, just really enjoyable. I love just like what they're exploring and like this idea of like having so much passion about the art of it, but then like that pressure of capitalism on top. So yeah, just really enjoyable, really good. My number 2 is Shrinking Season 2. I think I watched Season 1 the previous year. So this year I've only seen Season 2. That's my number 2. I love that show. That's like one of my favorite shows because it's such a great mix of like tragedy, like drama, and comedy. And like I think it's great when you have something that's so dark and hard and you can hit it with like things that are just absolutely hilarious. It's like just it's a good pot, and it's a good group of people. I really love it. Yeah, I enjoy it, and I'm excited for when the next season comes out. My number 1 is Severance, and I watched both seasons 1 and 2 this year. So all of it. Yeah, that one, I'm like getting so excited, I'm out of breath. Goodness gracious. So good. I don't think I need to say much about Severance. It's so cool. The concept is awesome and like just has you on the edge of your seat the whole time. Like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, I'm really interested. I'm interested in what like the next season's gonna be like, because I feel like for me the effect the show has like worn off. Like, I'm not like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like, it's not on the top of my mind as much anymore. But watching it, I was heavily affected, and that's why it made my number 1. Yeah, that placement will change if I finish Haikyuu, my volleyball anime that I've been watching, because that is my favorite show in the entire world of my lifetime. That would be number 1, but I'm still finishing season 4, so that's all good. But if I were to include the first 3 seasons, that would be number 1, just as a little side acknowledgement there. Those are my top 5 TV shows. This whole year, I've watched 19 different series, which is really cool. Next, let's move on to movie rankings. Let me check what time I'm on too, because boy, I'm yapping. Okay, here we go. I'm out of breath. Okay. Too excited. Okay, these are films I've watched this year. They haven't necessarily come out this year, but they're just things I've sat and watched. I watched 38 total films so far this year. My number 5 is nope, that's fine. My number 5 is The Assessment. That movie has you on edge. There's parts that are so outrageous that it makes you laugh. Really good. It's with Elizabeth Olsen. She's in it. I feel like there was someone else. I don't remember their names. But yeah, it's a cool dystopian film just about like you having to pass an assessment in order to have a baby. And so there's like an assessor that comes to like stay with them for a week to assess how they are, and shit gets crazy. It's wild. Really, that like had me gripped the whole time. It was like really uncomfortable. Sometimes it was really funny. Crazy. Yeah, that was my number 5. Number 4 is The Uninvited. This is just about this like rich Hollywood couple that is having a dinner party, and this old lady turns up thinking that the house was hers, or like it used to be hers. But it was just this really cool exploration of like aging in Hollywood as a woman. Yeah, and I just really enjoyed it because I feel like that was like a movie. It'd been a long time since I'd seen a movie where like the message and the motifs all lined up and made it so clear what like we're talking about and like what you should be thinking about, and I just really loved it. It was really well done, really cool. There was a lot of funny bits in it, and like things that like made you think. I really enjoyed that a lot. I liked that one. My number 3 is Eddington. That film was, I loved it. I loved it so much. I think that is like the only COVID film that should exist. Because I think that film just encapsulated the entire experience. Watching that, I was like, this is it, but like there was like so many funny bits, and like it still had you on your seat, and it wasn't like a, oh, we're just watching like this thing. It was like, it was so good. It was really good. I loved it. That's one I think about frequently still, which is nice. My number two, which this isn't going to make sense, but I think it will. But my number 2, which is actually my favorite movie of all time in my lifetime up to now, is Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula, which I don't know if I've talked about this in the series. I must have, but just perfect. It was, the yearning was 1000%. All the acting was great. It was campy. It was funny. It was intense. I just thoroughly loved it. That was so good, and such a pleasure to be able to watch and be like, I'm so glad this film exists. Grateful I've seen that. That was my number 2. My number 1 was Sinners. So again, just like vampires are like, they're creeping up again. But yeah, Sinners, I don't think I have to say much about that. It's really fucking good. It was so well made. Performances were great. It was awesome. Yeah, that was obviously number 1 for the year. Need I say more? Great. No, you don't. Okay, that's it for that. Let's see. Okay, we've still got time. Next, let's go into... I don't know if I've done a good job at keeping up with the shows I've watched, like theater, this year. Let me just check. Which would be bummer. It would be bummer. Let me see what I've got here, though. Okay, I did stop keeping track. I definitely did. However, I'll note some honorable mentions since I haven't really fully stuck to this. My 2 favorite things I've seen this year was, let's do Cymbeline from Shakespeare at the Globe. That show is my favorite Shakespeare show. I was first introduced to it when I interned at a Shakespeare festival while I was at uni, and the festival was doing Cymbeline. I'd never heard of it. It was put on by like 4 actors that played multiple roles, and it was so fucking good and funny and just like so well done. It like I could watch that every single night. It made me so happy. It was so good. The yearning is just perfect in that show. I love that show. The Globe put it on this past year, and I was nervous to see it because I was like, I really want to see it, but what if my love for that show just came from that specific performance? Went to see it at the Globe, and it was still phenomenal, and like it was still like there was funny bits. They did it and it was different too. Like they gender bent everything, so like it was just like, it was gayer, which I loved. I was like, it was awesome. It was really well done. Very happy with that one. The other honorable mention is A Moon for the Misbegotten by Eugene O'Neill. It was done at the, I'm forgetting the name. Not the it's okay. It was done at a theater in London. They're popular enough. But yes, A Moon for the Misbegotten, that's one of my favorite plays of all time as well. It's my favorite show by Eugene O'Neill from all that I've read so far. It just really encapsulates like the I don't know, there's like there's this awesome yearning that happens between these characters that feel really lost. And I think just like Eugene O'Neill's writing is so good, and he's really good at writing women characters. Especially like in that time, I think he could see what was happening and like just built that out to see on stage. And I was like, I loved it. Yeah, those are my two honorable mentions for theater. And let's do last one, because I think I'm genuinely running out of time. Where are we at? We got 4.5 minutes left. Okay. Rankings of books. And again, books I've read this year, not necessarily that have come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Here we go. This year I've started reading the Fourth Wing series. So my number 5 is actually the second one, The Iron Flame. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. So intense and stressful. So intense and stressful. That one had me like sucked in. I think I finished that one in 2 days. That one was like, that was stressful. Stressful, but really good, and I enjoyed it. Number 4, Heat of the Everflame. This is part of a series. The first book is called Spark of the Everflame. I think Heat of the Everflame, it might be the second or the third one. Let me just see if I can pull up what the other ones were. No way they're that low. No. Oh, maybe I read them the year before. So this has to be the third one. Heat of the Everflame, it's a great story. The first book covers like this woman's like feminine rage is what it felt like. She had this anger in her that was just like, I'm so angry and everyone's telling me no and it's pissing me off, and I was like, I love this. And so that just like kind of carries on. And Heat of the Everflame, the third one, you start to explore more of the world that the author has built, and there's like all these, like the world is really fascinating, the magic is fascinating, the politics is fascinating to me. So that one was really enjoyable. That one's good. The third one, I'm not gonna remember what order this one is either. Oh, let me say who they're by. How about that too? Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. That one we've got, that you know. Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole. Throne of the Fallen by Kerri Maniscalco. Yep, Kerri Maniscalco. Throne of the Fallen is, that would be the first one. Maybe I'll Throne of Secrets. I think it's the second one. She has a series that's really, really good. It's like 2 series in one. There's a Kingdom of the Wicked series and the Throne of, I think it's Throne of Secrets, and Throne of the Fallen is like the second one, I think. Really good. It's about these, what are they? It's been a while. They are demons, but they're the 7 deadly sins, and they're all princes in hell. And so like the books kind of cover each of them. Really good. I really enjoyed that one. There's a lot of spice in them. It's just really good, and it's fun to explore like each of the sins and what they do, but like it like humanizes it, and like it's just really cool. Love those ones. Those ones are good. My number 2 is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I like took a while to read Fourth Wing just because I was like hesitant, and like I was like, I'll read it when I read it, and I think I was like running low on fantasy things to read, and I was like, you know what, I think it's time to dive into Fourth Wing. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it much more than I expected. I think the world is really cool. Like dragons are just awesome, you know? And like I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. And that's why it's my number 2. My number 1, coming in from left field or right field, is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, which I read for the first time this year. I've got 50 seconds. Oh god, it is so good. It just describes the like experience of womanhood. Yeah, and I think I read it at like a crucial time for myself, and I just really appreciated it and loved it. It was really beautiful. And that's why it's my number 1. That one sticks with me too. I have a lot of love in my heart for that one. I'm so out of breath. Oh my god. Great. I'll see you next week. I'll hopefully have a plan on what I'll say and what we'll talk about. But yeah, let me know your top movies, films, books you've read this year. I love seeing lists and how people rank things. Let me know. Also send me recommendations. I'm down for those as well. But I hope you have a happy holidays, and I'll catch you next week.